It is the Savage Nation Rock and Roll Friday with Rock Around the Clock. I wish life was that simple. It is basically, if you're a moron, got nothing on your mind, you can live like a happy idiot. It's terrible out there. It's awful. Really study it. I mean, it's like sew the patient up and send him home, you know. Play the music. Yeah, play it. What do I do? I'll read you the headlines. Don't worry, I'm building up again. You better get your beta blockers ready. Cigarettes, whatever it is you use, whatever drug. When you're in the car, you want a nice, easy ride home. You're not going to get it. Go listen to Montevanti music if you want easy. Go listen to a speech from George Bush if you want fun and nice. Anyway, so here are some of the headlines. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the phony conservative, the phony Republican, the who knows what he is man, has shifted his gay homosexual marriage stance, saying he'll fight the people. If the people want to ban homosexual marriage, he'll fight it. Oh, he's changed his mind. Are you kidding me? Changed his mind? He fooled you to get elected. Told you he was different than the last governor, the liberal Democrat. Number two, Bushes pay taxes on $923,000 in income. Well, of course they pay taxes on it. Why is that a story in the Associated Press? That's to cover up that the Clintons made $106 million over a number of years. That already is no longer news. Top aide to al-Sadr assassinated in Iraq. Well, there's something to be celebrating about. Shame they missed the top pig. Clinton misstates wife's Bosnia tale. No kidding. Clinton lied? Whoa. That's news. College students forced to tour Nevada house of prostitution by the perverts who run the college. Lawsuit says Heath Ledger used cocaine at a party. Shocking. A man who died of a drug overdose used cocaine? I'm just stunned. I would never have expected to read a story such as this. That a drugged-up Hollywood moron who died of a drug overdose naked on a bed in the meatpacking district, pardon me, I'm not using it as in the meatpacking district. You want to talk about ironic? Why are they moving into the meatpacking district? All right, let's just let that go. Polygamous sect encouraged fear. I don't believe a word about this polygamous sect. It looks to me like they're picking on them because they're a minority sect, period. Zimbabwe bans political rallies. Are you expected more from the ex-Rhodesia, the man who threw whites off their farms? A country that was once not only able to feed its own people, Zimbabwe, but also was a food exporter when the whites ran the farms. When they threw the whites off their own farms, they went around with a begging cup, and then the people went into the toilet on top of it all because of this maniac. And what did the UN do? Nothing. What is the UN for? What is that? They can't do anything. Why give them any money? They should have gone in and stopped this a long time ago in Zimbabwe. It is the Savage Nation, still going strong after all these years, God knows how. It's in God's hands. It can't be me. I don't know where it comes from. I got a double ever-ready battery supply somewhere in me. I told you I lead two lives, one for me and one for my deceased brother who never had a chance. So that's what it is. I think that's what impels me forward. Who knows? He never had a chance, the poor guy. And so the days I get down, I got to stand up for him. You know, I'm thinking about the coming economic, let's say, splashdown. I don't want to put it into more dramatic terms than that. See, next week is going to be a huge deal. I'm reading a story just now. Treasury prices rise as stocks fall. The Dow Jones dumped 250 points today after GE posted a surprise decline in profit. That was a big story and lowered its forecast for the year. And GE is a blue chip. So anyway, the stocks go down and T-bills go up a very small amount. But the inside of the story is the important part, because next week J.P. Morgan, Merrill Lynch, and Citigroup release their first quarter earnings next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. If you get worse than expected data from these banks or indications that the credit markets remain dried up, it's liable to draw investors out of stocks and into government securities again next week, which will further depress T-bills, by the way. So this is an amazing story. But if you think about the high food and energy prices that we're facing, I just filled my gas tank. I paid $75 to fill the gas tank. I got to tell you something. I feel like I lost in cards. It's getting insane. It is the Savage Nation. Here's a nice story for you. Here's one to really get the beta blockers, reach in the glove box, particularly those of you who are Catholic. Even lapsed Catholics are not going to like this story. I don't like it, and I'm not Catholic. Here it is, just getting it up. Catholic schools close at alarming rate, U.S. to address issue. You hear? For 46 years, crime, recessions, and hurricanes proved no threat to the daily ritual of St. Monica School, where the entire blue and white uniformed student body gathered outside each morning to join in. Come June, though, the tradition will fade away, and Amen will close St. Monica's morning recitations for the last time. The school, a home away from home for mostly minority students, will close. As Pope Benedict XVI next week makes his first pilgrimage to the U.S. as pontiff, Catholic schools across the country, long a force in educating the underprivileged regardless of their faith, face the same fate as St. Monica. About 1,267 Catholic schools have closed since 2000, and enrollment nationwide has dropped by 382,000 students. Muslim sex offenders are using faith to opt out of treatment. That's a good racket. Why not? Why not say that it's in your religion if you can get your neighbor's daughter in bed? Why not? Didn't work for the religious sect, the Mormon sect down in Texas, but it could work for the Muslims in England. They're so afraid of them there. Muslim sex offenders are asking to be let off a prison treatment program on religious grounds. Rapists, pedophiles, and other dangerous attackers are expected to discuss their crimes with other inmates as a condition of release. Oh, they're going to discuss it. But Muslim prisoners complain that criminals should not have to talk about their offenses, a legitimate Islamic position, according to Ashtam Ali, the prison service's Muslim advisor. Oh, that's a nice racket. Everyone else has to have group therapy, but not them, because A, they're not part of the group, and B, they don't need therapy. C, it's basically, I won't finish that. I'm not in a stand-up theater here. The convict said, I've always insisted that it was against Islamic teachings to discuss your offense to anyone. Yeah, everything's Islamic teaching. We can't do that. It's against our teaching. We'll sue you. All right. What else is against your teaching? Well, it's against our religious teaching to sit here in a cell. All right, we'll release you now. What else? It's against our religious teaching to eat your garbage white man food. All right, give you special food. What else? It's against our religious teaching to have anyone but our people in our own religion tell us anything. All right, what are you people, insane, putting up with this crap? You letting them connive you with this garbage? Good thing I'm not in charge of anything. But, look, England's been gone a long time. The fact of the matter is there is no England anymore. What else is against your religion? To comply with the law of the land? Sure. It's not Sharia law. If so facto, I can do what I want. Why don't you let him get away with that one? Since it's against the law for a Muslim to listen to the law of anybody except Muslims. Therefore, I can rape your wife. Is that what you're going to hear next? Go ahead, put up with it. They'll give you the mumbo-jumbo, and you say, oh, well, I got to be sensitive to the religion. There was a day that the cop would take him and give him a shellacking in the back of the car and tell him to shut his mouth. That's what we need again in this country, is good old-fashioned justice in the back of a police car. Throw him down a flight of stairs on the way into the jail. And throw the lawyer with him. At least some people think that way. I don't personally. I personally don't harbor such feelings. Some do. I hear they write me. That's what they say, Mike. Say that. I wouldn't say it, because if I did, you'd think that I'm a different kind of guy than I actually am. I don't believe in that kind of thing. I believe in sensitivity to all peoples and cultures and religions and lifestyles. Oh, yeah, that's what I believe in. That's so good for America. It's so refreshing to bring in so many wonderful people from around the world and let them bring all of their wonderful cultural attributes to this country. Because we were too white. The country was just too white and too uptight. It was white and uptight. And what we need with this diversity and multiculturalism is an opening up to the world and the feelings of the world and the religions of the world. You morons, you.